This is Meet Your Maker, and today our goal is to allow you mates to test our new base from Hell, utilize the new HELLSCAPE deco pack that just released in the latest update.
The Slayer's time is now.
Welcome mates, I'm BloodThirstyLord by incoming Lordy, and in this video, we'll highlight the new HELLSCAPE pack alongside a new base that you can raid to see the artistic approach I took towards my base with this pack. This base is meant for fun and isn't supposed to be a legit base. Keep that in mind, so bring your chalice and stay hydrated. So once you launch Meet Your Maker, go to the build section in my case and you see this base right over here. That's the base I want you mates to raid. It's in social right now and it's active, so make sure to utilize it and see the experience of my HELLSCAPE base right now. So from there, that's the base there, Rhinebeck. Go to raid, social, and then search that up, my username, which will be maybe the easiest for it to appear. And there you go. And this base does not have a valid path. There's no difficulty scaling to it, and the size is the largest guys in the game. It's meant to feel like you're going through hell through this base. That's the goal, and that was the objective, and that alone is something that you should be interested in when testing out this base. So jumping to the base yourself, you'll be able to see something that looks kind of interesting. This monolithic structure, this tunnel system highlighting some crazy deco packs that we just used in the newest pack from the HELLSCAPE. Looking crazy clean. All that gooey noise as you step onto stuff. It is disgusting how the sounds of it. So there's a couple of things. There's a little bit of drop down zones to get some of the benefits, being the XP down there. Another objective over here that you can go towards with this pointer point towards that location in order to get that benefit. If you go through here, the idea is to make you feel like you're jumping into hell or into like the body of hell in some aspect. So you jump through, go down, and you get to see the rest of the pack unfold within the base, and it looks stunning. It looks freaky as well to see this in action. No many bases are utilizing this at the moment, but it's something that you should be able to utilize in your own builds and hopefully test out for yourself. Very, very cool. Very, very interesting. And then you see this weird ass place. It's insane looking. There's some acid traps, some weird locations. You got to jump a couple times. Very, very interesting. Then you have to go up this path here and be able to find the gem mat. Very easy. Once you click this gem mat, everything is up to you. What you do, what happens, how you escape. But the most important part is just to have fun. That's the reason why you create this base. So when you get this gem mat, you can choose to speedrun it if you feel like it. I honestly feel like that would ruin the fun. Take your time, enjoy the experience in here, because it's going to be quite fun to go through this little choke point here. And hopefully, it creates some interesting moments overall. And that base is called the Rhinebeck, so make sure to double check that and visit it for yourself in social raids and test it for yourself. Let's showcase what the pack actually gives you in the aspect of what you can do as builder. Because right now, that was what you can see when you're raiding a base that has that pack in usage. Let's go into my actual base and see how it looks when we actually utilize those blocks and those items from the new pack. The way you can actually utilize these blocks, we're going to showcase in this point here, where it's kind of like more of a quiet spot. Let's go over there. Perfect. So the block itself, we'll go over here. There's the Hellish pack, you can see over here, the HELLSCAPE. There's a couple of objects there, you can choose straight away. Those are the main objects, and there's some other decals you can utilize as well. The first block, let's place that down and have a look at that, is this block here. So that's what it looks like from all sides and above. And then if we want to see what it looks like from below, there you go. That's the first block. Nice. Now let's look at the second block. And this block here, it's more gooey. It has weird textures of sounds. It just seems more interesting. That's what I like about this one, more than the first one. This one looks crazy. These are like open tombs. Well, this is like the gooey sounds that you hear. Or intestines type vibe. It's really freaky when you hear it, when you're jumping through a map. So that's cool there. And let's see the top of that, and the bottom. So the bottom, and the top. Not too shabby. So that's the other block right there. So those are the two blocks you're able to utilize, alongside having the other aspects being a actual, like, not generator. So you know how you have the generators usually? You place them on, and you get the sound effects out of that generator. In this case, you have this gooey thing. And you're able to rotate into any orientation you want. It sounds disgusting. It looks disgusting. It's perfect. It's what you want in the build. Look at that gooey noise. Disgusting. It's like a living organism. Now from here, we go to the other pack opportunities that you do have. So we can use this as pretty much a lighting source, or pretty much an indicator too. It looks quite nice. Alongside this well. And you can rotate them, change the positioning if you want. You can do whatever you need with that. So that's cool too. And now we have a standard block that's just pretty much default. Those are the ritual signs you can use in the actual build itself. There's a couple of them. I'm going to place them down so you can see it. It's pretty cool looking. Bit of ritual signs. And then from there, you have other aspects being this type of red or orange effect. blood splatter, different variants of that blood splatter, and that is pretty much it with this HELLSCAPE pack. So that's the building opportunities you do get from the HELLSCAPE DECO pack. That is free part of the update that's currently happening in Meet Your Maker, which should be accessible on all platforms as well. But I love this structure. It was something I built in less than half an hour, so keep that in mind. It's not supposed to be too challenging. It's supposed to be more of a fun aspect to see all the new aspects of the pack in play and how it actually feels when versing a base like this. Tell me your thoughts about this in the comment section down below. So if you complete it or you go through it and you feel like it's fun and enjoyable, tell me. I would love to know. If you think I should change some of it and put traps in different areas or change the base completely, give me a heads up as well. Most likely change it after a day or two, so test out this build, give it a go, have some fun times on the social raids. That is the Rhineback base as a social raid that you can complete. But search up BloodThirstyLord with case sensitivity for B, T, and L, the first letter of each word, and you should be able to find my account to be able to do this social raid as well. But I just love this system here. It's such a crazy structure. Seeing a structure like this and just looking up and seeing all this as you're running in, I find it to look quite cool. A lot of sense of verticality before it gets a little bit crazy and tight within the rest of the system of this tunnel system, and then from there opens up again and then gets tight through a vertical column, and when you get the gem out come back down, it gets a lot crazier than you may think. Also, throughout the night until 5 AM, so obviously I'll be staying up late in Australia, and I'll try and do some amendments when I can on this base, depending on what happens in your matches or your raids against that social base. And if it ends up being too easy or too hard, I'll make it feel more of a medium point where it just feels balanced and enjoyable. This is not optimal, this isn't the best base in the world, but it is going to be so much fun as you go through it and experience this pack in action. And just maybe if your mates do raid it a lot and you have a lot of fun, I might react to those raids later on in a future video. And if you want to see more social raids like this, when you create maybe a playlist based on the Hellish pack overall, when you can complete a couple bases in our actual playlist, being the first base, second base, and third base, and that is pretty much completing our set within that deco pack. If you think that's a good idea, we can try that. And if not, maybe I actually bring my legit bases into account so you mates can raid those. Those will be much more challenging and could be one of the hardest bases you've encountered ever, or the most impossible too. So that'll be a fun thing to do. If you want to see that, tell me in the comment section down below. I need to know so that we can most likely make that as the next video on the channel. And a challenge for you is to complete this base while utilizing one weapon of melee, being the deflect edge blade weapon, or the sledge blade weapon being the heavier variant of melee. Whatever choice you want, use that one weapon alongside anything else in your kit and try to complete this base. I'll be very interested in those raids especially. But mates, tell me your opinions and thoughts in the comment section down below. I'd love to know. And as always mates, it's a pleasure to have you guys on the channel as we go through this, and I'll catch you mates next time. Bye. Road to 200k subscribers. Let's get it, mates.